some of you need to forgive whoever is connected to you. If you're wondering, like, is this a situation where I have compassion, or am I in the right? It's almost like, is your hurt bigger than their hurt? I think in this case scenario, if this is your collective, if this is something you're struggling with right now, this is just my little one card pull for you. It says expand your bubble, observe others' realities, and extend compassion. So this might be a situation where you need to like put yourself in their shoes and try to see it from their perspective. This is a card of inspiration as well. This card asks you to consider what is going on for somebody else. It doesn't mean that you have to like it or agree with their behavior, just witness them without judgment. Perhaps they are moving through challenges that you do not know about. Perhaps they are doing their absolute best given the circumstances. Perhaps they simply find some things very difficult that you find easy, which feels like you, collective. Jumping to conclusions about them based on your own inner workings, personal shame, or projections is not the way forward. Forgiveness is probably important here as well. Cultivate compassion. This card also encourages you to see past your personal insecurities beyond your own nose or any shame that you may ruminate on when faced with particular situations. Shift your focus outside of your mind. You may need to go take a walk. If some of you have like a dog, a little puppy, go on a walk with them, even if it's hot outside. Shift your focus outside of your mind. You may paradoxically be creating more dissonance. All the energy you were chewing up, trying to keep your insecurities hidden takes away from your self-awareness and care. Ironically, if these were aspects, wow, you might be tongue-tied. Ironically, if these aspects were online, they would likely negate any scary perceptions of yourself that you feel you need to hide or worry about. That is taking me a second to digest. So like if these parts of yourself were like turned on, when they say online, they mean like if your self-awareness and care were turned on, I think they're saying like these parts of yourself that you're not accepting are creating more dissonance between you and this other person, which is crazy. We often find ourselves judging or feeling irked by people we see exhibiting behavior that we have shame around or within ourselves. Okay, wait, I've been thinking about this for a long time because I saw a TikTok video the other day that was talking about like whatever people are the most judgmental about, they struggle with in themselves. And like, so I was thinking about people who are racist, which I don't know if we talk about that on the internet at all. Also, I'm white, so I try not to talk about that because I don't really know, guys. Also, like, I'm part of the Divine Collective, so I'm really not into racism or judgment. But so, like, I was thinking about people who are racist, and it's like, do you not accept, like, what about your own race are you not accepting? And then I was thinking about for, like, people who are not commonly accepted in America, like, minority groups, and then they're trying to fit into white culture because like their family has moved here from other countries. And it's like I see some of them struggle with their own, or it seems like they're struggling with fitting into their own culture, which I guess makes sense for a lot of people because it's like survival of the fittest means to not be excluded. And if you're already coming in as a different, like, not a different race than white people, but just like not the most, do you guys know what I'm saying? This is a really hard topic to actually talk about now that I'm speaking. Like, who am I to share this information with you? But here we are. It's like, I think some people don't accept or struggle to accept their own race because if they do, it might isolate them from the group. Like, whatever friend group they're in. If, like, they go to an all-white school or, like, a dominantly other race school, you almost have to like separate yourself from your own culture just to fit in for survival purposes. Anyways, I don't know why I'm on a tangent about that. Basically, I'm saying, I was just thinking about that the other day, about how like, why are people racist? And I think it's because they struggle to accept, maybe not for all of y'all or like them, but it's like, are you struggling to accept your own heritage? That's all I'm fucking trying to say. Okay, let's continue. Okay, when we cultivate compassion for ourselves, we have a wider bandwidth of compassion for others. Consider tuning into the way another person is breathing. Notice how they hold themselves and if it seems easy for air to enter their lungs. Holy shit, that is so aware. This will help you gauge a little more about where they are at if they are triggered, overwhelmed, or anxious. In alignment with this card's theme, it will also help you to pause your assumptions for a moment and tune in with them. If you sometimes find yourself overly empathetic or getting lost in another person's energies, focus on your own breathing to bring awareness back to yourself. Guys, I didn't know I was coming here to give that TED Talk today, but I hope this helps you in some way. Basically, if you're struggling with forgiveness or not knowing, Theo concurs. This was your card for the day, okay, my angels? I love you so much.